y'all, Avery Carl here. If your vacation rental is not booking the way you expected, you might be tempted to throw money at that problem. What I mean by that is by adding a fancy pickleball court, adding a weight room, sauna, cold plunge, all of these things, big ticket amenities. But before you spend thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars, let's talk about a smarter strategy that can protect your bottom line while still bringing in more bookings. Over the past few weeks, I've had a number of clients ask me the same question. Hey Avery, my property isn't getting booked the way I'd like it to. What can I do to get people to book? And they always, the first thing they ask about is, maybe I should add a pickleball court, or maybe I should add some immersive theming. Maybe I should add an entire weight room. They want to dump tens to dozens to hundreds of thousands of dollars into their property in order to get more bookings. While that might feel like the right move, the truth is that in today's market, sometimes the best play is not necessarily spending a lot of money. It's about being strategic with what you already have. Let's talk about this. We're in a very interesting economic moment, and taking the time to understand that will help you make better decisions about your short-term rental moving forward. Here's what's going on. So Friday, the jobs report came out and it was not good. It was very shocking, as a matter of fact, so shocking that the interest rates, mortgage rates dropped almost 25 basis points in a single day. That tells us that the economy is cooling off, and when that happens, travelers start tightening their belts. They're still taking vacations, don't get me wrong, but they're more price sensitive to the vacations that they're taking. So they're not necessarily looking for the best short-term rental that has every single crazy amenity and newest luxury add-on. They're looking for the place that gives them the best value, which is a little bit different. Stay with me. Now, don't get me wrong, amenities absolutely matter. A hot tub, a game room, a fire pit can absolutely make your listing stand out, which can lead to more clicks and more bookings, which means more revenue for you. But when you start talking about taking on major capital projects like pickleball courts or brand new gyms, you're increasing your cost basis dramatically. The problem with that is if you're spending $50,000 adding something new, you're gonna have to raise your nightly rates in order to earn that back. But in a downturn like what we're seeing right now, even though the news isn't necessarily calling it that, we're in a downturn. We're in an economic downturn. But in a downturn, higher prices are exactly what push guests away. So they're not necessarily looking for that pickleball court, that weight room, all these things. They're looking for the best value of the place that they are coming on vacation. So instead of overspending on improving your property, sometimes the smarter move is just to improve your pricing strategy. Pricing really is one of the most underutilized tools that short-term rental investors have. I'm not saying we start a race to the bottom. People are gonna watch this and say, oh, Avery said everybody drop your prices. We're all gonna be racing each other to the bottom and everybody's gonna go broke. Let's be serious. That doesn't help anyone. But being strategic and making small adjustments can help you and get your property booked. So here's 3 tips to help you do that. Number 1, always use the enemy method first. What does that mean? Looking at your competition, your neighbors. We call them your enemies because that's more fun to say than the friend method, but look at your peers. Look at the other properties in the market that are similar to yours. What are they doing? Where are they pricing? What amenities do they have? Number 2, use dynamic pricing tools, but they are not set it and forget it. Override them when you see clear opportunities and when you see clear issues with the fact that you're not being booked. In most markets, if you are not booked within 5 weeks out, it's time to start dropping those prices. Number 3, think like a guest. If someone is looking at your place at $250 a night and a very similar property at $230 a night, guess which one they're gonna pick? Sometimes dropping your price just 5 to 10% during slow periods can fill your calendar, get your property bumped back up in that algorithm so that you can then raise your prices again later. Utilizing this revenue management strategy will help you not only get booked, but also not throw good money after bad. It doesn't matter how many crazy things we add to our properties right now. If people don't have the money to book them, it's not going to matter. I'm not saying never add these amenities, because there will come a time, and there has been a time in the recent past where that really will increase your income. But in a time when a lot of people are strapped for cash, this is not necessarily the time to dump a bunch of money into your property and make it have to be more expensive for your guests to be able to afford it. So let's tie that back to some more data. Studies are showing that during times of economic uncertainty, travelers are prioritizing value or affordability over luxury. People would rather book a solid, well-maintained property at the right price than pay extra for a bunch of features that they may or may not even use. They're looking for that value. So while amenities can be attractive long-term, adjusting your prices for the short term to get through this economic cycle might put you in a much stronger position. So what's the takeaway here? It's not racing to the bottom. This is just pure and simple meat and potatoes revenue management. Don't panic and overspend because bookings have slowed down. In this economic climate, value beats flash. Focus on smart pricing strategies before you start buying tons of gym equipment to create a whole wellness facility in your property. If you found this helpful, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, drop a comment below letting me know how you're adjusting your strategy in today's market. And if you're serious about learning how to buy and manage short-term rentals the right way, check out the Short-Term Shop. We've helped thousands of investors build their vacation rental portfolios, and we can help you too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.